Hey my friends, I'm at the parking lot right now, and I'm going to be testing this, the shell. I must say this is the 94123 brushless pro version. So I designed and 3D painted this shell. This is actually an FPV capable shell, so I already have a camera in there. I can take this cover off, and I have a 25 milliwatt FPV cam in there, and these top fins are to protect the antenna, and it does have some front spoilers, the back spoiler, the front wing, the back spoiler, and first I'm going to test it with the front cover on to see how it looks, how it goes, and then hopefully do an FPV test if it survives. And so my goal was, build something cool, I guess. And I know the aerodynamics. This goes, I believe, up to like 60 miles an hour. I know that aerodynamics is not that big of a deal in this kind of speed, but I did try to keep the rear wings larger to keep it straight better, and still have the GYC 300 gyro on there, and I have the road tires that I installed. So I have the 3S LiPo. It's an old one, but it so far does the job, and I'm just gonna boot it up and see how it looks, and hopefully bring it back safe and do an FPV test. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, the front is hitting a little bit, and it may just break for that reason. Well, that wasn't bad. Feels good. Okay, looks good. Let's do the FPV test and see how it feels. Hey everyone, I came over for a second test, and the reason for that is the focus of the FPV cam, I think, was off a little bit, so it wasn't clear enough. It wasn't as clear as I wanted it to be, so I just tried to adjust it. I wanted to come over to take another spin here. So after the first one, I did have the body scratching the ground a little bit during the first one, so I also shaped the front a little bit. Other than that, it's pretty much good. There's not too many scratching here and there. And while I was backing up last time, I did hit the back, so there was a little split over here and a little crack, and I fixed that with super glue. So this is the thing with 3D printing. I'm sure there are some really durable materials that you can use, but I print quite a bit, but I didn't really research the material, so it's something that I need to look into, I guess. But as long as you have the STLs, you just reprint it and you're good to go. There are some final tweaks that I need to do, because some dimensions were off. The front wheels, I had to heat it up a little bit to adjust the gaps there so the wheels can steer, and a couple of holes here and there, And there are a couple of areas that I need to put some enforcements. I put some clear plastic with some super glue in some areas where I felt like, you know, it could crack, you know, so that I made the body a little bit more sturdy. But obviously, you know, it's 3D print. It's not going to be like um, a plastic body, you know, coming out of a hot plastic press, whatever that's called. You know, it's not going to be as strong, but you know, still, um, it's strong enough for a couple of minor crashes and everything. And again, the good thing about 3D printing is that you just put some super glue on there. If you really don't shatter it, it just goes well, and it just gets fixed. And most of the time you don't even see the problem. So I'm gonna boot it up again and just do a quick spin without the FPV cam. Yeah, I don't think the front is scratching anymore. Oh, another thing that I did, well, this is much better, guys. I increased the gain on the gyro a tiny bit because I wasn't really, you know, I knew it was doing the job, but I wasn't really feeling it as much as I wanted to. But now this time when I hit it, I could see it correct a little bit, so that gives me more confidence. One issue that I have right now, I'm testing this with a 3S LiPo, and I'm starting to think more and more that this 3S LiPo is actually probably performing worse than I thought, because, you know, I would expect it to be a little more quick, but this is a super old LiPo, so when these batteries are under load, the voltage just drops like a rock, guys. So I need to get a newer LiPo. But then another thing with this LiPo is that it's lighter than the hard case LiPo that it came with, the 2S. So the car is maybe a little bit out of balance, but still doing the job. Still super fast, so I can't complain. I mean, that's a good performance. That's really good. Okay, so let's do this FPV video again. Okay.